Hey, I want to talk about this in a recording video. So, freaking here we are. We're recording it. Anyways, moving on. So, this Gojo, I should probably pause it in a frame that looks sick. That looks sick. There's a frame that looks even cooler. Oh, we'll get to it, right? But this, so like, I've been seeing a lot of like promo in this on Instagram, and I was excited for it. You know what I mean? And I didn't know when it was gonna come out. And funny enough, there's been another Gojo versus Sukuna thing that came out. It's this. I don't know why we have two Gojo versus Sukuna things coming out weeks apart. That's crazy, right? And yeah, just look at how much popularity freaking JJ gets. Crazy. Like a fun animation is getting 500,000 views in like 9 hours. 9 hours, bro. That's crazy. And now talking about the animation, it's cool. It's really cool, and it's cool because it's like they make. Let me collect my thoughts because I don't want to be a lot in this video. It's cool because like there's clear idea to like build up to use the like a manga as like obviously they're adapting a manga, right? They're adapting a fight, but they're obviously gonna they add their own uniqueness, their own like scenes in there to spice up the fight, right? First of all, like the pacing of the fight, it's super fast, right? This fight lasts for like I guess let's see, it's like around 4 minutes. You know what I mean? You wouldn't expect Gojo versus Sukuna to last 4 minutes, right? I mean, freaking people are out there saying, "Oh, Gojo versus Sukuna is gonna be a movie," which is funny. And then you watch this, and it's like 4 minutes, just capturing every impactful moments in the fight in just that span of 4 minutes, which is crazy, right? And on top of just the overall direction, I like how the art and the added scene that they've added. Well, they like have their own interesting uniqueness. They add not only like shots that are what's the wording I'm searching for here, that tell a story. Like there's a shot in the like ending credits where you see Toji and like his wife and Megumi in like the blood spot when he got killed, like in the blood splatter or the blood drops in like his feet, right? You see like a reflection of what I just mentioned. And there's like a storytelling there. I haven't analyzed it, but there's something there. You know what I mean? And little stuff like that, but also just how like the artwork looks like. Okay, I'm already losing my train of thought. God damn. Okay, let me actually talk about the animation. You know what I mean? So first of all, the art direction throughout is just phenomenal. Like, I think he did this dude, Fiamaj is his name. I don't think I'm butchering that. Whatever. Yeah, he's like the director, and he did like freaking crazy job, crazy work here. So it starts off. Funny enough, it starts off potentially where season 4 would end, right? With Sukuna in Yuji here, like doing the Enchain thing, and yeah, they had to do that scene, which is cool. Like they did not need to start here; they could start like at the fight, but it kind of again, that's what I'm talking about. Like they take liberties in some instances to kind of make it their own thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like this sequence exactly kind of matches with another sequence. Like exactly when Gojo gets slashed, killed, you see the scene of Nard win. You know what I mean? And that comes out like before even the fight, I believe, which is super cool. Yeah. Why am I pausing? Oh, look at that animation. Look at that. I just called that animation. I mean art. Oh, that is a sick transition. But I've only watched this once, so I'm gonna go crazy about like scenes that I've already watched. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at this. This is such a cool way to show like that shift. Also, it it's actually even cooler now that I think about it. Cause yeah, people's inner domain, right? Like their mental space would be different. We already saw how Sukunas look with like the rib cage and all the like how red it is. You know what I mean? Like that you would expect Sukunas to look like that. And see, Megumi is here. It's like very peaceful and whatnot. And that's like to show. I'm assuming. I remember exactly what happens here because I was so blasted by the fight. But the next scenes will show Sukuna tainting this calmness and this peaceful what do you call sanctuary that Megumi's got in his headspace. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about. They add stuff and whatnot that are really cool. You know, I haven't read the manga in like a while, but like, I don't think this is in there. It could be. I don't remember because that's the one part that I actually least remember. But oh my god, that, see what I mean? That's cool. That's really sick. Like now it's all red, it's all tainted, and that's so cool. That's such a cool way to do it. Again, it's a technique that you see used, not, I won't say a lot because I don't know, but you see used like a lot. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's a technique that's used in some areas to emphasize something. So it's like you introduce a concept only purely for the purpose of taking it away and emphasizing on the fact that it's not there. Like, let's take for example this specific scene in like not Gojo vs Sukuna, Megumi, but oh my god, what's the name? Maharaga versus Sukuna, right? Sukuna is flying in the air, right? And then Maharaga is following him, right? And then Maharaga gets pulled away, which is like, wait, why shouldn't he be getting closer, right? But it's done like that purely for the purpose of when he gets close to this screen in an instant, you feel that speed and that energy. You know what I mean? And also, Goso uses the same technique in like episode 1 with like the Zenin clan meetup. You know what I mean? When he introduces like, so like that entire sequence, right? One feeling that Goso wants you to feel is the claustrophobicness thing going on, right? Like how everyone's in a tight area, claustrophobic, right? That's what he wants to feel. But the way he's doing it, it's not just making a small room. The room is just normal size, right? And it's like that throughout. But the way Goso does it is he introduces like depth and space in like some shots, only to take it away in like the next shot to emphasize on this is a small room. You know what I mean? And just all that. He does the same in like a different sequence, like Yuji versus Choso, and just kind of similarly, it's less for the impact of like making it claustrophobic, but for the reverse. In that instance, he wants to just kind of make you just engrossed by not only the art direction but like the openness of that area, kind of emphasizing on that Yuji and being alone and like his mental space. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that's exactly what's happening here. And now that I'm done glazing this sequence for like what it's doing, let's glaze it for the artwork. And the art direction looks nutty. I like how it vibes with everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, look at the artwork. Not that direction now. Look at the artwork. So it's really cool because like they're using like very line art. Like the line art here is thicker in some areas. Like Sukuna's ear here. Look at how thick it is there. And that adds depth, like a lot of depth to the sequence. It's pretty cool. And then double here. Look at how thick and wobbly the lines are. Wobbly is not the word. Look how thick they are in the edges. That adds to like Megumi's emotions here. Like he just freaking got, taken over by Sukuna. He doesn't even know that, bro. He doesn't even know what's happening. Literally just 1 second. Oh, Sukuna is in him. You know what I mean? Super sick. You know what I mean? And also the background. Now it's purple. You know what I mean? Purple's like a weird color. It's kind of like green. You know what I mean? When you see green, it's like eerie. It's like it doesn't really. So it's a color that you use like for like health and whatnot, but it's also used for like waste shit like that, right? Purple kind of has the same feeling to it, right? And that's why they're using it here, especially with the like these lines. They're like making it a really, really what's the wording? Yeah, the way they're doing the line work, like the background here, making it like look hazy, right? It's like to emphasize on Megumi's feelings and whatnot. That's super cool, just super awesome. Yeah, and this. Okay, so he went back to blue. I'm pretty curious if that's a mistake or like, whatnot. Oh, that was the point. That's why even I didn't notice that. That was the point. Just so they did the blue just so they could take it away in the next sequence. And let's talk about the animation, the direction. So okay, so I see what they're doing here. So they're kind of just obviously showing Megumi taking over. Sukuna taking over Megumi's body, not only literally, but he's taking over everything Megumi related, like even his techniques, like his shadows are now attacking Megumi. And this super cool. Oh my god, and then look at that shot composition, so cool. Oh, and then this, oh, look at that drawing. It's got so much sauce. You know what I mean? And then the art direction. Now it's completely blue. Complete, like, go from red. It's like Sukuna's domain. Literally, looks like domain. Domains are usually outlined black. Right? The outline is black, and now it's like, and then you get to the inside of the domain. And you can actually see, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see like the domain opening up. Yeah, that's super cool. Oh, and then the artwork. Oh, something that I really like about this freaking video or like fight or like animation is that the art quality matches the freaking animation. It's always just freaking superb. Look at that, so cool, so cool. Like this is the episode you show me without telling me it's like fun animation. I'll think, oh bro, why are you spoiling the show? You know what I mean? It's just so good. I don't know how much I could glaze this than just saying it's really good. I guess shadow placement. I like how they place the shadow. It's something that not really a lot of people notice, obviously, because it's something really technical. It's something that just happens, in real life, and you can't really say, oh, the shadow is placed well in that guy's face when you see them in real life. You know what I mean? And when they do that in anime, that's what they're trying to emulate, right? So it's not something that people notice, right? That's the point. But I do notice that because I'm a freaking weirdo, bro. And look at this. So they're using multiple shading layers here. It's different from how it's usually used. Usually, it's like, I mean, obviously depending on the scene, right? But it's usually going for like darkening, like they're going down the values. I don't know if that's the wording, right? Like from the brightest to the darkest. Again, depending on the scene, but most of the time that's how it is, right? This is opposite. You have the base color, which is like the darkest, right? And then it's like the highlight, it gets brighter and brighter. First of all, you have this shading on the side of the face, and then you have this one here, which is brighter than that. And that's pretty cool, because the understanding of, oh, this shading here should be brighter than this. That's freaking awesome. You know what I mean? Because the light is coming from exactly from the bottom, right? I also really like this shading on the ear, because that part would be pointing down, Yeah, oh, that drawing is so cool. And just look at this. It's so cool. Oh my god. I wonder if this is like this is kind of like done like an actual anime, right? I mean, it's an animated film, and it's like a project, a big project. A lot of people worked on this, right? So I wonder if this like there's definitely, right, an art director, no, an animated director. So I wonder if this is like just because of the process of an animation director or the animator, because this is some sick work. Look at the face. Look at the facial features here. Oh my god, and it moves. That is so cool. Look at the hand. Wow, that's so cool. I don't know. I don't know what I can say as opposed to that what I just said. This is another one of those scenes where they showed promo in that they showed they used to promote the project. That's pretty cool. Let's back to blue. I wonder what that is. But so yeah. Oh, this one is like I don't know. I mean, it's clearly supposed to show Megumi sinking. I get that part that much, but the red, like Megumi taking over. What's his name? Sukuna taking over Megumi's body thing. Yeah. Oh, now this is another thing that I noticed, right? So this is supposed to kind of match the end of Sukuna versus Yuji fight, where when Yuji freaking beats Sukuna, right? There's a bunch of hands that kind of come out of Megumi trying to grab him and I don't know, do something. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like matching that, or like what's the word? I don't really have it. Anyways, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. Oh, that's why they added the blue. Just that I like that. It's so. I keep forgetting that what I'm just talking about with the whole the add something just to take it away, But pretty cool. Yeah, they have shit like this. What's about freaky? It doesn't look like Honestly, it's not like Sukuna's doing Megumi's thing that Sukuna. That's very freaking creepy. And this, I thought they were gonna do an entire opening after this because this is last episode or like not episode. I just called it episode. This entire like project or like fan animation is like not voice acted. At least most of it is not, right? So yeah. Pretty cool. Let's move on. Skip on. And they get the beginning of the fight. No, yeah. Look at how much they've skipped. They've skipped like the entire potion. Oh, let me pause. Maybe they talk about it in the next scene. They do think they talk about it. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool transition. Look at this. Look at it. Turns into Kenjaku. Yeah, I like that. It's so cool. It's such a sick project, you know what I mean? Also, this Gojo really looks good, but he looks even better. Isn't the word? Or it's like he looks. We'll get it when we get it to it. You'll see what I mean? Because there's a cool scene in this project, and holy shit, you know what I mean? First of all, they've added like pink, freaking this color here, because like Gojo's supposed to be a really pretty person. I mean, they keep talking about it in the show, so gotta add it up. I don't know. They do it a lot in like animation or like anime or like it's just a way to I don't know, I'm going with this, moving on. Yeah. More of the stuff they showed in the promotion. Oh, now we get to the beginning of the fight. Look at how freaking there's not even no dialogue between that, but it's only music. Yeah, it's only music from like the entire sequence. Yeah, now the drawing quality. Look at the backgrounds. I do like how the backgrounds. Funny, the backgrounds are like really mundane, which is funny. Well, not funny, but it's funny because like it's also some like I don't know where I'm going on with some thoughts. I just kind of have them and I say them like never mind. Moving on. Yeah, I have the cutting. I'll put you on a cutting board and cut your skill or whatever Sukuna says in that sequence. Yeah, and then the first instance is like I really freak with the character designs. They look really good. They kind of like they capture Gojo, both Gojo and Sukuna's uh designs in the end in the fight. Pretty like from the manga. I'm gonna get to the point where I just say saying shit's cool and not get like talk about it completely. Because this is just some good hand choreography. Like that. And it's not only good, the art is really good too, right? Because Sukuna or Gojo in his time skip somehow got buff, like really freaking buff. I don't know what happened there. Same with Megumi or Sukuna. Mofus always mention Gojo, but like Sukuna. Bro, Megumi, is Megumi this buff? He doesn't really look like a dude who would be that buff, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, yeah, the artwork here is just really cool. And again, this one another thing I was mentioning. Look at the shadow placement on the face here, pretty good. I like it. And obviously the drawing, Gojo looks sick throughout. Oh, also Sukuna. I was just looking at Gojo. Okay, Sukuna. I like that, man. And then here, they hit a Black Flash, which is funny. You know what I mean? It's like Black Flash doesn't get hit this early on in the fight, and it's crazy they happen now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, also this drawing. Look at this. Look at Gojo here. It looks kind of reminds me of this other drawing. Of I don't know which episode. The episode where Megumi was like finding the direction to Higuruma and they meant this chick. I don't even remember the chick's name. There's this drawing that looked very similar. It makes Megumi's face really chubby. Not chubby is not the word. Really like squishy, so I like to say, you know what I mean? It's just because of the shadow placement actually. And it's kinda similar. Yeah. Oh. And then Dominic's punching. I'm not gonna explain what's going on in this thing. Another really cool sequence. So the domain expansion, they didn't really change Gojo's domain. It's kind of just similar to the anime. The only difference is, as you can see, there's a bunch of skulls here to show that it's being invaded by Sukunas, or you could say the opposite, right? So yeah, and after the animation, pretty cool shot, right? So it's a zoom in shot from like zoom in shot. One second, zoom in shot, and then you have like yeah. it's like slicing through him. It doesn't even feel like there's any resistance with that. Like that's the point. It's just going through him, and it goes through his eyes. That's so eerie. You know what I mean? Oh, oh, and then this part. So like, Sukuna is freaky. We know that, right? We've seen him in season 2, right? But Gojo, now it's time to let his freak out. Look at that. So cool. And he gets more freakier than this. I will get to it. When I get to it, I'm building to it like it's some crazy reveal. We get to that scene. And these drawings. So Sukuna is drawing the slashes, and it's actually different from how we see the slashes. They're usually just blacked out completely, but right here it's like sketch lines. Super cool. And then his drawings, again, look at this. Look at this drawing. Oh, look at that. And then look at this. That's so cool. That's so cool. Kind of reminds me of how Rui drew Sukuna in that one sequence. You know what I mean? It was really, really, really loose and sketchy like, right? With a lot of lines. Just kind of, look cool. Yeah, it's so sick. And I do like this drawing a lot because, like, it's just a sick drawing, first of all, but also, like, these white sparks here, it's like a contrast. That's the word I'm gonna go with, right? Adds contrast with just the overall darkness. The Christian's pretty dark, right? It's got, like, really, what's the word? Really toned down red and, a lot of black in the scene. We have that. Oh, look at that drawing. So, like, the animator just went freaking crazy here. I wish I knew who animated each scene. I could probably know if I look it up right now. I'll probably look at it after. Yeah. And then this. Look at Sukuna. He's just going crazy. That's cool. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's super cool. Look at that. I even noticed that. So yeah, so they're like deforming the body here to add to the speed. So like Sukuna's already running fast. I mean, he's being drawn like this to kind of just show the speed and the chaos of this thing in a domain. You know what I mean? And this is like where they'd be at their peak of strength, per se, and equal in strength, right? So it's actually this is the only place where Gojo or Sukuna can get, his chance to fight Gojo without what's the wording I'm searching for? I don't know. But he's fighting Gojo here without the annoyance of infinity, right? So he's going crazy. He's having a blast. And oh my god, this drawing. So this is already crazy drawing. And then you go to this. Oh, that is so sick. Yeah, and then the drawings just get even more messier. And it's not like getting messier in a way that's, they're just drawing lines and shit. And like, it's not looseness, it's just a drawing that doesn't good. But it looks good and has the same chaos to it. It's sick. I like it. I like it right here. So like, I wonder if that's super cool. I wonder if they broke through the domain here, because like all of a sudden they're not inside the domain. Like, what's up with that? Oh wow, I almost didn't mention this. So like, full background animation. There's a couple of them in this sequence, which looks sick. Now this one, look at this. They like someone is animating an entire building floor. Like what? Like you have a freaking, like you have like a desk here. There's a desk somewhere over here with a laptop. There it is, or like a monitor, and you have like freaking cell. Yeah. They're just animating an entire room. How? Freaking special awareness. You need to draw this. Oh, that's so cool. And now we get like one of my favorite scenes. We'll get to it. I really like that sequence. Look at that. So, yeah, this part. He just punches. Also. Actually, moving on. Okay, now this part. This part is so cool. Look at this. Did you catch that? Did you catch this? Oh, that drawing is so cool. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. We've seen Gojo. No, we've seen Sukuna with his 4 eyes. In scene with like this Sukuna Yuji body. It's even go crazy. But what we haven't seen is Gojo with 6 eyes. Like going crazy. Oh, did you get this? This is so sick. This is like, yeah, Gojo would be freaking terrified to fight, you know what I mean? And yeah, but Sukuna isn't freaked out because he then does this. Like, he starts freaking smiling after he's about to get hit with purple or red. So yeah, and I like how Gojo goes from to this just like full blasts across the room just to hug Sukuna. That is really funny. Okay, so he first of all knees him, then he hugs him. You know, probably taught Yuta that whole, getting freaky thing in a fight. Cause like, why was Yuta kissing a bee? No, I'm cockroach. I guess this is where he got it. You know what I mean? Like teacher, like student. I guess. Yeah. Wow, that's really cool. Like defining the anatomy here, because that's a really tight cloth that Gojo's wearing. uh, yeah. Wow, I don't like those effects. It's always cool when they use like a bunch of like shockwaves. What's the wording I'm searching for? Yeah, I mean shockwaves. Yeah, shockwaves. Like this ring like thing, like show energy that getting charged up or released, and also all the freaking effects and like going on the scene. So cool. Instagram. I mean, Tsukun obviously is gonna freaking have a blast being blown off. About when he's about to be blown off by a freaking part red. Wow. Yeah, this is so cool, bro. Seeing explosions in the side of buildings is like one of my freaking coolest thing to see in like animation. Seen it in JJK season 2 twice, I think, right? First of all with not twice, JJK season 2 and season 3, and then also saw in like another cut that I'm not gonna mention, but they always look so cool. And now this one, getting to talk about this, but I didn't even notice this in back frames. Brother is putting out his arms and still giggling. I mean, that's Sukuna. Right. Oh, wow. This card almost looks like Sukuna threw out his dismantle to kind of fight the explosion, but it's just that strong. Interesting. Oh, wow. Look at these effects. So, like, like, how would you even draw this? There's so much stuff to, like, think about. Like, I wonder how long it took to do this thing just because of the overall quantity of, like, detail here, right? Like you got the debris, you got like the shock waves with all these effects. Everything here is drawn, by the way. It's not like not everything is drawn here, right? And wow, and the way it just shows that energy, like that red is that strong, right? So it's pretty cool, right? You have this fire. I like the way the fire is composited. It really makes the fire seems more fiery. And now getting to the drawings, I like the way he drew the like edges and whatnot of like the shapes here. You know, it's like maybe I'm just glazing for the pure reason of it. Bro, this entire video is just me glazing and stuttering a bit here and there. Anyways, you know what I mean? Like the way he's drawing the smoke here, or like the fire, right? Adding like these scribbles at the edge. I don't know. I really like that. He adds a bit of texture and roughness to the explosion, and also these other lines he's adding to like emphasize on that. You know, like he makes the effects hit even more. You know what I mean? Yeah, you obviously got all the debris, all the it's just a really cool explosion scene. And this last flashbang looks pretty cool. It looks like he used like sketch lines, but it's just really good shading, right there. Yeah, now this other scene. This is the scene that made me go, wait, I actually want to talk about this even more because I just skipped to this scene because I wanted to talk about this in the previous scene. I was like, wait, this is so cool. So this is let's look at it first of all. Yeah, you see that? Okay, now let's talk about it. So this is I wish I knew who animated this guy. So the reason why Sukuna's dismantle here. Wow, we're only 2 minutes in. How long's the video? 29. How can I talk for so long? Anyways, so this sequence, right? So when someone throws an attack, right, the attack isn't usually strong. I mean, not usually, right? So like how animators used to do the technique that animators used to like make an attack feel even more powerful is build up, right? First of all, really cool drawing here. Like goddamn, and the drawing quality, how's the drawing keep getting better? So they hold a specific sequence, right? The build up, as you know, you could also call, right? So the build up for an attack is even longer, like the length. This kind of shows you how strong it is, right? So like right here, we get this scene holder, this specific pose slash yeah, this pose, right, or this stance held there for like so long, like all those frames. Look at that, all those, just so that like he's winding his hand, he's already winding his hand back like the farthest he could, and then you get that, you know what I mean? And then he's releasing it, and then the release, you know, even here it's still kind of build up because it's not like instantaneous, right? And then you get the release. The release is done with this freaking gorgeous impact frames. Look at that. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Holy shit. You know what I mean? And he keeps, oh my god, I didn't even know his moves. Wow. Whoa, my god, that is cool. Oh, oh. I really didn't know who did this. If it's this guy, goated. I mean, I don't know if this dude did all the things because I know there's some people who, I know there's, the reason how I know this was posted because of someone else saying, "Oh, this is a card that I worked on," you know, in the in like this file animation. Back to this, look. Let me actually stop fucking going crazy and actually try to talk about analyze this. So he's throwing out his slash, right? Right. He's not only throwing out one slash; he's throwing a billion slashes right now, right? And it's like the slashes are coming out of his body right now. Like those are all the cuts that he's gonna throw right now, and to get all that energy, you know, with all those freaking scribble lines and all that. I really like the way it's like with all the chaoticness, all the chaos in this scene. It's still readable. Like you can see, this is his hair, this is his eye, this is like his other eye, right, and whatnot. Even in all the chaos in this sequence, and that's some really cool draftmanship with the artist right here, right? So yeah, Sukuna is gonna release all those attacks, right? And this is just showing that, like all the attacks that he's building up, the build up, this is where it gets released, right? And you get all that drawing, all that energy, just so cool. And then that, just overall sick drawings throughout, and just the freaky. Look at that! Look at that! Okay, moving on. I'm like, yeah, it's a cool sequence. I don't know. Look at the freaking background animation. It's what I'm trying to say. So he's already cut up this thing even before we get to like look at that. That thing's already cut up because it's releasing its slashes all over. Oh, I'm assuming the reason why the slashes can work on Gojo right now is because they're still in Sukuna's domain, right? I'm saying that's what they're trying to say, right? Yeah, and just look at that. So it's like he's animating not only the slashes, not only the debris, but also the building. I don't know if that's art direction right now, but it genuinely could not be, could like be just the animation. You know what I mean? Also, smoke, just everything. This is just freaking fully animated. You know, I don't have any better ways to say that. You know what I mean? Cool. And this shockwave just like add more impact and more speed to the sequence. And this, wow, that's actually pretty cool. So using this effect right here, I'm assuming it's just kind of to add to the speed, right? Because it looks like wind effects, but they're adding those colors for reasons, right? I don't know why was God just shocked here? Did he actually think that his infinity would stop him? Yeah, pretty cool. Obviously, because it's Gojo, he's gonna smile. They just match each other. They're freaking soulmates over here. Wow, that's freaking cool. Look, you get the explosion in the background, which is, well, obviously as detailed because I don't know what this anime is freaking on, but like, oh my god, look at that. Also, that color was shallow. Holy shit, didn't even go anywhere. It went through, but because Gojo is just like that, it kind of didn't cut him completely. And the animation in the background, like the effects, just look gorgeous. It's like it's different from the previous style, right? The previous style is like it was, I don't know, dialed down. This one's like more so just explosion heavy compared to that one, even though this one's like way less prominent. Interesting choice there, you know? Yeah. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. More background animation. How are they doing that? They're just drawing an entire city and an entire bridge. How? Bro, how are they doing this? Okay, anyways, so point is, this is really cool. This is really cool shit. So yeah, build all those buildings. I don't know. This is really good understanding of like space and depth and perspective being portrayed right here. It's like, look how this bridge comes into scene. And I was like, oh, okay. So using adding like smear frames here, kind of add to the speed, and obviously the drawing quality is really good. This is obviously a project that they put in a lot of time and care into it. So I mean, you can definitely tell from the animation throughout. Like these black shadows, it's taking a bit out of the anime's freaking book with the drawing Sukuna, adding like dark shadows. You know what I mean? And wow, are they just animated so well? Look at all that. Oh, look at that drawing. So cool. And then he's, oh, that is so cool. I didn't even notice this. Got oh, and now the sky is red because oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Moving on. So yeah, I don't know. I'm reaching a point where I'm just saying how much I enjoy a scene instead of actually analyzing. But let me take a breather. So if I'm paused, say if this video is paused, bro. Okay, it's not. It's not. Let's go back. Let's go back. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Release, like build up and release. So you have this pose for build up, and I mean in this instance it's less noticeable, right? Compared to the previous one. Well, this one just kind of transitions to the next one, right? So yeah, it is there, but it's not as prominent. It's supposed to be more fluid, more seamless. It's kind of the slice. Sukuna is now not drawing the slice. He's become the freaking slice that the slices that he's drawn, or the dismantles. I should have been calling them dismantles throughout shit. You know what I mean? So that's why it's so freaking smooth. And then, oh my god, the drawing and the dark shadows. Really like it, right? So yeah. Oh, also, the thing I was talking about at the beginning of this video, it's being used right here. You have all this background animation, all this space being built up with throughout this entire part, this entire sequence right here, and then takes it all away, completely black, and then you get the release right here, and then it goes back. Oh, so cool! And then everything gets dismantled. Wow, that is so cool. I didn't even notice this in the freaking sequence. Like I didn't know this when I was watching it. This drawing really cool. I really like this. Like how his body is like being absorbed by the shadow right now. Super cool, right? And also the like skill to know that just showing this one area, like this one area just shows that that's Sukuna's arm, and that's where he's like, I think he has like a tattoo there. Will like showing that tells the viewer that, oh, that's an arm. It's pretty sick. I mean, obviously you're not viewing this in a frame, right? Like frame by frame, but it feeds into like the ad. It adds to the other scenes, right? Which is super cool, right? And now, oh my god, look at the mouth. Look how detailed, or not detailed. Look at how like how well the mouth is drawn right there, for lack of better wording. Yeah, also really like this. This counts as an Obari punch, I think is what it's called, when a character's face gets close to the screen and then he goes an attack, right? This count, it's definitely different, because it's like the character is, it's a side view, not really a front angle, you know what I mean? But yeah, super cool. And then yeah, the hand gets like freaking distorted here. Look at that perspective. I mean, this dude drew the previous sequence with all the buildings. Obviously, he didn't know how to draw a hand in this angle. Wow. Yeah, it's just wow. I don't know. I'm getting to a point where I'm like more impressed. I'm getting more and more impressed than analyzing into these things. If that's even, it's not best way to write it, but yeah. He's drawn all that attack. Now you just get to see the chaos. The building cut through, straight through, right? Which is again making me think: is he still in his domain? I wonder if he's in his domain right now, because you know what I mean. It doesn't really. I don't know, because in the manga, Gojo and Sukuna's domain kind of. Okay, I guess I don't remember that much about the fight in the manga because I did read it quite a while back, so never mind. Because Sukuna's domain would be everlasting, if that makes sense, right? Sukuna wouldn't need to open his domain multiple times, you know what I mean? Gojo would, because this has a barrier and Sukuna can like break it, right? But Sukuna doesn't, and it could just be open throughout. That makes sense. But then I remember this instances where Sukuna opens his domain again. So I'm like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. So even if Sukuna's domain isn't open here, it might as well be with all the slashes that he's drawing right now. Like that kind of buildings and shit. Look at all that. Oh, but then yeah, I see this like I like how there's perfect synchronization of like this scene. Like again, this dude understands depth, understands like perspective and all that shit, right? And to add more depth to the sequence, you had all these things in the background going through. It's not just black thing going, because like if you look at this, you can tell this is like a ladder or some shit, or like you can tell this is like an object that's going through the screen, and this adds more depth to the sequence because you have this thing. One second, you have this, and then you have this part. Wow, I haven't not used the mouse that much. I wonder if freaking I was making sense in some sequences. Anyways, moving on. You have this black thing, right? You tell this is the closest thing to the scene. You don't know what size it could be because it's close. It could be the size of your freaking palm, right? Or it could be literally a water tank. You don't know, right? But it's really close, right? And then you have this building or like bridge thing. You know what I mean? And then that building's behind it, and that just it's like so much depth, in this sequence, and I cannot stop glazing it because it's freaking magnificent. You know what I mean? Which is funny and fitting considering he's animating Sukuna right now. I guess I'm saying that. I'm moving on. Look at that! Wow! Oh my God, those slices feel so satisfying, especially watching frame by frame with all the colors and the way they go through the building. Wow! Let's look at it in sequence. Actually, let me look at it as a sequence right now. Oh yeah, there's definitely build up there. I don't know why I didn't notice it that much. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of build up there. This feels way faster than watching in like actually a sequence. Look at that. Yeah, definitely. Oh, also, yeah, pretty cool. This building is taking a lot of slashes to blow up. I'm assuming that's what we transitioned. Yeah, pretty cool. Again, the storyboards throughout this fight, the way the scenes connect to each other is pretty sick. So that Suguna comes down. Pa, pa, pa. Ah, that's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Naruto versus Sasuke when Naruto kept trying to hit Sasuke with like his Rasengan, and Sasuke was like, "Nah, you ain't doing that, bro." So Gojo's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna release this," and Suguna's like, "Nah, eat my foot." So cool. Yeah. Oh my God, look at the drawings here. They're so good. Wow. I wonder how long this took to like do. Also, I think you've been noticing they're like moving the background. So like, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, cause like the background is, I'm assuming CGI, right? It could be painted background. I don't know, cause this is the same thing as like this background, so it could be CGI, right? And you know what I mean? So like they have that ability to move the background alongside the characters to add more movement. So I guess no reason not to do it. Yeah. And then the drawing qualities, more hand-to-hand choreography. I do like how they're leaning onto that. Yeah, oh, this is definitely background. Yeah, this background is definitely 3D because I mean, look at that building. Unless it's being animated, I don't think it is. I think it's 3D. Yeah. So I like this rush. But this sequence. It's not only just hand-to-hand choreography that makes it good. It's like the pacing. So something there. The pacing of it. It's done really well, right? Because when you get to this rush right here, it doesn't last for too long, right? It just stays in there for like right amount of time, and then wow, more background animation. How are they doing it? How are they doing it? That's so cool. Oh, that is also I want to go back to this because this actually has something cool, right? So, so this is why the background keeps moving right here, right? It's kind of adding to like the sequence, obviously, but it's so like this scene, right? You see how the background is tilted right here, right? It's kind of like Gojo is gonna fall and whatnot. It's like tilted. It's like the world, the gravity is gonna shift right here, right? And whatnot. Because like it is animation, you kind of don't need to get bound with the fact that the ground is always well the bottom. And, you know what I mean? You can move all that shit around. And right here, so like the background is now, it's like Sukuna is falling, straight onto Gojo's punches because gravity is a thing. He can fly here because he actually can fly, right? Or walk on air. But well, forget that, right? His face is just gonna get connected to that punch, right? Because he's falling. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's also really scary. Oh, Sukuna tried to throw a punch. So Sukuna, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So Sukuna wasn't just falling here. That's why he didn't use his like spacewalk thing, right? He was also trying to connect his own punch. Yeah, you can see him like charge up his that hand. Actually, not really. Right, but Sukuna's or Gojo's I guess landed first. Pretty cool. And also that drawing. Oh, that movement right there is really nice. I always like when characters' eyes just go fully white. So it's so cool. More background animation. I really like background animation if you couldn't tell, because they just something really technical and something that you need like a lot of skill to do. You know what I mean? Because like especially when you're putting characters on top of the say background like this and the previous scenes that you've seen. You know what I mean? That's why I haven't liked this. I don't know why I haven't liked this. Like that shit. Yeah. And now that's a freaking Black Flash. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. This is, I think, yeah, they completely took out that scene where Gojo hits a Black Flash and then freaking Sukuna faints and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I need to keep saying this, but the drawing quality looks really good. Now this is an Obari punch. Yeah, character's face getting close to the screen, right? And then you get to see their fist, and then bam, they collect. Using the same impact frames that was like same type of impact frames like Koki Fujimoto used for like when he used the Black Flash for the first time, right? And with all them like just spiraling in, and then like 1 second, adding to the attack. So cool, and also the effects. Wow, I really like it. This is such a cool way. I like how the Black Flash are presented. You know what I mean? It's literally just a spark of lightning, but it doesn't even feel like lightning with the way it's done. That's super cool. It's like a black hole it's like a black hole is sucking up the Black Flash, and then it blows up. Pow. Oh my god, that is Sukuna's body right there. That is crazy. And I do like this frame. So it's inverted the colors. Yeah, they've inverted the colors, just kind of add on that effect. And then this. So assuming this one instance of frame is them adapting that sequence when Sukuna faints after getting hit with the Black Flash, right? Pow, gets thrown and whatnot. And then now something that I really like about this that animation Mahoraga is done, because throughout it's like this being, you know what I mean? He's not that prominent because well the fight is like 4 minutes and most of it has like Gojo and Sukuna rather than Mahoraga and everything, but there's sequences with Mahoraga that are just really cool. Also right here, it's not that Mahoraga is popping up behind Sukuna, it's just Mahoraga's presence has absorbed the entire scene, you know what I mean? And the entire character is just feeling it. This is Sumi Mahoraga. Look at him! He's like snatching Gojo's body. Kind of reminds me of like how Yuta or Rika grabbed Yuta. Freaking the names, man. Gege! Why? It's kind of like how Rika grabbed Yuji's body, right? In like the beginning of season 1, like Yuji was in there. He was not moving. Right, it's kind of similar here, and also this way of showing a slash just goes through. Assuming this is kind of like, look at that, just cuts all the way through. Wow, I didn't even notice this drawing. This looks really good. Wow. Yeah, again, the art direction just looks nice. No art direction. I think this is a storyboard thing, right? I mean, obviously, art direction has something to do with it. It's colored, so compositing, I guess, is what I'm trying to mention here. Let's move on. Yeah, I don't know. I like this scene. Super cool. Oh, especially that. This is another instances of that whole build up and release thing that I was talking about. So you have Sukuna in this pose for like all this time, especially here, right? Especially here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It just keeps building. I mean, he does that, and there is pow, with the camera shake, the lightning, and all the other casters. Agito and Maharaga just in the back. Yeah, yeah, super cool, super cool. And this, yeah, yeah. See how Maharaga is done in this? Or like just the fighting is done. It's so quick. It's so quick. It captures all the impactful moments, but in a way different pacing than you would expect. And this is like funny because like people are assuming Sukuna versus Gojo fight will be like movie long length. Yo, this might just be an episode. This might be half an episode. No, it's gonna be like at least an episode. Because like they could do it into a movie, but the movie won't be just Gojo versus Sukuna. The movie would be like you would have Gojo versus Sukuna's fight as like 20 minutes, maybe even 10, and then the rest would be, well, the entire fight, maybe. I guess it's just all about direction, right? Like how fast you want to get, how long you want the fight to last, right? So yeah. Oh, also this sequence. I haven't really talked about that, the like style that you're doing here, right? So it's pretty cool. They're trying to emulate the way Sukuna slashes look, right? I'm assuming that's what's going on here. Oh, it's like just impact frames. Could be just like impact frames, but like the impact frames engulfed the scene. Yeah, it's a take. I've seen this in somewhere else. I mean, obviously, but I've seen this somewhere else. Whether like repeat a sequence and like repeat the same sequence in like different angles, just kind of show the impact of it. I guess Naoya versus Maki is a good example, right? Where you just see his face getting punched multiple times. So you have this part, Gojo's hands get cut, and then you see a different angle, Gojo's hands get cut, and then a different angle, Gojo's hands get cut. Yeah, it's like really fast paced. You gotta find a way to show the like impact of a specific scene, right? So Sukuna, or I guess you should say Gojo, just got cut up with Maharaga like 2 seconds ago when Maharaga popped up, right? Let me actually go back to that sequence, right? Yeah, he gets cut up right here, right? You get this scene. It lasts not that much. I mean, it lasts just long enough is the wording of it, right? Like, for your brain to go, oh, Gojo just got cut. What's up with that, right? And then you have this, right? Gojo's hands get cut. You're like, whoa, right? It's very fast paced, but the direction clearly is following that idea of it being fast paced. If that makes sense, right? And using that to its effect. And I really like the way the hands are shaded here, right? Oh, also there. Why did he just twist? I don't know what that's about. That feels like no, it didn't twist. It's just that's the forearm and that's the hand. I'm pointing it with my hands literally. This is the forearm. This is the forearm. And this is the arm because it's cut straight above. If my memory is correct, it's cut like exactly above the elbow. Yeah, obviously because it's Gojo, he's gonna tweak out when he loses his arms. Because why freaking out? Blue. Look at those. Look at this. This is so cool. Let me actually watch it frame by frame because look at that. Ooh, that is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, okay, now let's go back and actually talk about it. So it's really chaotic, right? Really chaotic. Wow, this is kind of really cool. Yeah, this is really cool. I really like this. Like, so we're just like getting amped up for losing his arm right here, right? Ooh, I like those effects, kind of like flames and whatnot, right? And yeah, every time Gojo uses blue, especially when he uses blue like this, I'm saying every time. It's happened once with Keiichi Watanabe's sequence, right? But when he uses it, it's always it's so cool, right? Because it's such a chaotic ability. It's supposed to suck up everything in its surrounding, literally everything. And go just like charging it up here and moving it. And he has one hand. And I like how the animator is capturing that, right? Because his body is like twisting in ways that, you would do if you were to like try to charge up a really strong attack with, well, one arm, right? Like, look at this angle. It's like, I wish I had the camera on to show like his hand is like his shoulder. His entire arm is pushed forward, right? You know what I mean? And whatnot. And it's just a chaotic scene. I mean, just a chaotic scene. And I really like the way the blue is drawn here. just a bunch of shapes going into each other. Not really like any structure to it. I mean, there is obviously, but it's meant to feel like there's no structure to it because it's such a just a move that shouldn't have structure. It's just sucking up everything. I keep mentioning it. It's like a black hole. But even black hole has a structure, if that makes sense, right? So yeah, is this background animation? I don't think so. That would be crazy. Now this drawing, look at this. This is the reason. This is what made me like check this out today. At least know that it's out. Yeah, I saw a dude talking about him doing this thing. Wow, this is just cool. Look at the art. Look at the artwork here. So nice. Wow. And yeah, again, very well placed shaded shadows here. Yeah. And oh my god, I really like this. And then he releases it. It's like this recoil to him releasing it. Like he releases it and then his hands gets thrown back. Super cool. Yeah, I also really like the smear frames. Also, he has like some lightning effects there. Almost makes you feel like he has like the energy of a black flash, like kind of there. And the effects shapes, I really like them a lot. I haven't really talked glazed it enough. Yeah, that's so cool. Like there's so much. So this is where like Agito gets freaking wiped out, and and yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, so Maharaga. Maharaga is like Maharaga looks cool, you know, like he's just a cool character. I mean, you saw him in freaking Modulo. He's kicking. He was so sick. In compositing here almost looks it looks different. It seems like actually it gives off the emphasis that or emphasis a vibe that time has moved. You know what I mean? Like they started fighting maybe at like 5, but now it's like 6:30 or 6:40, and the sun is setting and whatnot. You get the point, right? And this, this is Daka scene with Gojo. Yeah, oh, that's pretty cool. Look at the hand morph. Wow, so like drawing entire. Yeah, that's sick. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. Like I said in the beginning of this fight, it's gonna get to a point where I'm just enjoying it. I'm saying it's cool. It's really sick, some of these scenes, you know what I mean? Not really much to go off of. There is actually in this scene. Yeah. So obviously as you can see the effects shape have changed, or not shape, color. It's white now. Because it's using RCT. And I like that. That like added the consistency. The RCT is white. Pretty cool. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Oh, he's using purple. I didn't even clock in this when I was watching it. Okay, that is really cool. And this is the sequence. This is like the thumbnail, and I mean, holy, is it a thumbnail worthy scene? Look at that. I mean, I was just talking about the absurdity of like the effects and just how cool the direction is. But this one scene encapsulates that whole thing I was talking about. Look at the art. Look at the animation with the effects. Look at all those little lines, dots they had to draw. That's super cool. Yeah, you have the like, wow, I like that. Look at the detail, like Maho's back. Mahou is like probably toughest character to draw in like JJK because of just the anatomy that's visible, right? It's pretty buff character, right? Also, he has like wings coming out of his head, a tail in his back, a ring in his head. You got what I mean? All that. So like this dude's actually moving it, and actually kind of feels as if like Gojo's thing has lightning effects, so it's going through his body and whatnot. When did Sukuna lose his shot, bro? When did Sukuna lose his shot or his jacket? Also, he's wearing a vest. I haven't really noticed that. Yeah, let's go. I don't see what he's doing here. Okay, so he's just kind of. Oh, I'm assuming this is exactly when Sukuna tells Maraga to like stop him from using purple. Yeah, yeah. And again, this is what I was talking about. Maharaga through this entire fight looks really cool. Like every drawing he's in just has that energy to it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's definitely there because of the detail and well, obviously the scene composition. Like this is a pretty cool scene, if that makes sense. Yeah. There's actually, I think, is there voice acting here? Oh, there's no voice acting here. That's actually really cool. Oh wow! I saw this. I was expecting him to like do the craziest explosion ever, and then you see this, and you're like, whoa, what just happened? And then you like click, and then you remember, oh, Goji is not supposed to win. Shit. And you're like, oh, so this is exactly when Sukuna threw his dismantle. Not really, no, because he throws his dismantle after the fight, right? So yeah, but this this is so cool. And then when you see the flashback, and you see this, it's like, oh, it just cements that Goji's just dead. Flashback. You don't want to see a flashback when a character is doing something. Yeah, flashback of anyone. Yeah, it's over. It's wraps. It's wraps today, easy, bro. And this, I'm gonna just skip past this sequence to talk about like some scenes that I really like. So they play the Nard win scene after he's potentially won, but definitely lost. You know what I mean? Which is it's kind of like rubbing salt to wound. You know what I mean? To like Gojo or Nard win. No, you wouldn't. You know what I mean? And yeah. Well, this drawing also looks really good. It's like the folds are there to emphasize on the anatomy now, which is pretty cool. I'm saying stuff sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the point is, it's just a really detailed drawing. What I meant was like the drawing kind of, I mean, it's that show that Gojo's buff because he's been working hours in the prison realm. I don't know. And then the Nardwin scene, and this is diabolical. This goes back to what I just said 2 seconds ago. He says it, and the second he says it, he's dead. You know, he's literally dead. Again, it's like the freaking project, this fun animation is mocking him for this one specific line, which is like, I mean, yeah, he could do that, you know what I mean? Because like he did say nah, I'd win, and then didn't. So yeah, you know what not. And then the way they just, oh my god, bro, I did not need to see a shot of his body dropping on the camera. It's like, like this is like, I mean, it's JJK. You're not gonna have a happy ending, and yeah, even including this freaking ending here, that you know, it's not happy because it's Sukuna doing his like morphing into like his true form. It's like shit, right? After we've seen sequences of like the entire like group having fun and whatnot, and it's just body dropping in the rock. And moving on. Let's start getting flashback. Okay, so right here is just pretty cool, pretty cool art direction flexing here. Like this, every scene looks pretty, like really good. Like the art direction and composition. I keep saying art direction, I know, but like, what else am I gonna say? It's just sick, right? And it's like, I don't get this scene. I know there's like something going on with like, I guess I kind of do. At the end of Gojo's fight, there's like something going on with like an airport. After he dies, where he meets Nanami, Gero, freaking Toji. I mean, he didn't really meet Toji, but he was there, right? And this is kind of like that, but though it's portrayed, right? Sukuna stepping on like the plane that it's portrayed like Sukuna stepping on that whole idea, if that makes sense, because he's stepping on the plane or the like space that has the plane and whatnot. Anyways, moving on. Again, what I'm talking about, just really gorgeous art direction. There's also voice acting in this scene, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, this drawing has so much style. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. I don't think Megumi's looked this cool, bro. Like I'm not a Megumi hater at all. Like both who hate on that Megumi, whatever, do you? But this is by far the coolest Megumi. Like seeing Megumi posted up with Maharaga like this. Oh, it's like the potential. Imagine if Megumi mastered freaking Maharaga. This is what he's been doing to the freaking ops or like opponents. You know what I mean? Freaking sick. Yeah. Also, Maharaga again. This is what I'm talking about. Look how cool Maharaga looks. Maharaga is like, it's like this is so sick. I don't know. I just like this. I find it really funny, right? And the same idea of drawings. I wonder if the dude who did this drawing The reason why I'm saying who did destroying, who did this drawing, even though it's posted by these guys, because I think more people, there's other people who worked on this. Let's actually look at these credits. Okay. Stand proud, you are hireable. That's funny. Egypt versus. Okay, I actually just now realizing these things in the side. Anyway, moving on. Mm. Like this is the same type of direction as this drawing right here, which is pretty cool. Wow, this is like the artwork throughout is just so cool. It's admirable, right? And yeah. Also, something that I noticed about this, maybe some storytelling here, because like this is like the same angle that we saw Yuji after like uh Sukuna took over Megumi's body and whatnot. It's like something similar here. It's like that's all I want to say. That's Gojo. It's always funny when he has like his mask pulled to his forehead. It's like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? Like why is he gotta be all the way? You know what I mean? Oh, that's what's happening here. So it's like a flashback of like Yuji's memory of Gojo. I didn't even notice that. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but still, yeah, yeah. Also, look how Yuta's drawn. I mean, he would be pissed, right? I mean, he was. Look at that. Look at how Yasanga's portrayed there. Do. Wait. Let's pause. Let's go back slowly. That wasn't meant to be a slash like the other ones. Oh, so he's explaining that that's a slash freaking dismantle, the wild kind dismantle or whatnot. Yeah. It's just cool. It's just really cool. You know what I mean? Look at that. Yeah, that's a sick drawing. That's sick. Another sick drawing. Again, I keep repeating myself, especially this one spot. Oh wow. I didn't even notice that. Are those scenes supposed to kind of match with each other? This is a pretty cool adaptation of that one panel. You know what I mean? They do this a lot in this project, right? They take scenes that weren't in the main story, but are just kind of like side, kind of there to add to the story. You know what I mean? Like this Gojo being the strongest scene, right? And they take it and they actually animate it. That's pretty cool, right? And also showing his eyes, like zooming into his eyes, showing what makes him, or one aspect of his strength, right? You know what I mean? Pretty cool. And just again, this freaking sick direction. This dude, Fiamage, cooked, right? Like literally everywhere. Other scenes that look really good. Not only because of the freaking artwork, but the goddamn is the artwork really good. You know what I mean? But also like the storytelling. Like yeah, characters like Shoko and Yuji and Yuta would be freaking pissed or sad that Gojo died. And I like how there's also a bit of storytelling here, aside from what I just mentioned, with the like I don't know, smoke burning out. What that storytelling is, I don't know, but there's probably something there. Anyways, now talking about the drawing. So it's not really like anything crazy, but like it's like you see this part being lit up by the thing. It's pretty obvious, but I like mentioning obvious stuff because they're pretty cool. And then when it burns out because of our tear, the shadows are gone. That's so cool. Oh no, this is a pretty cool. This is a pretty. I don't want to use the word cool because it's freaking diabolical. Goddamn. Because like the way it's done, it made it seem like freaking Gojo's body not only got slashed, like if you ignore the body, like the legs, I should say, the body, ignore the legs, it looks like Gojo's body is freaking crushed by the rock. But anyways, yeah, the scene composition here is like emphasizing on the fact that Gojo's body has been cut in half, and seeing his body, saying body, his legs right there is diabolical, bro. Y'all didn't do that. They're definitely. I mean, yeah, this is a very impactful moment, right? I mean, Gojo dies. Freaking Gojo. I mean, Gojo come back theories still go on to this day, bro. Like, yeah, obviously it's a very crazy scene. Talk about it, and they're mega staying on that and emphasizing on that, which is pretty sick and very cool scene composition here. Yeah, also I really like this because Kashima would be happy seeing like Sukuna come on top, because he can have his run with him. I would like to see that animated. I've seen that other guy's animation of it. I forgot his name, but this other guy who made a fun animation of like Kashima versus Sukuna. It looks awesome. Looks gorgeous, spectacular. Every word that could be used to glaze an art form. It was so nice to look at, and yeah, it did Kashima a lot of justice. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, and so Kashima looks sick here. I don't know. I don't know what to say past that. Let's skip this part. Oh, look at that. How good the compositing is. Anyways, yeah, look at this scene. So good, right? Moving on. Let's look at oh yeah, this. You like get all these sequences with the characters and like, oh, Gojo died. It's peaceful. There's him with all the people. This is probably before like. Also, I just realized how cool this artwork is. Holy shit! This is him with all the like his students, whatnot. Is that Yuji? No, it's Inumaki. Oh, this is him with his group, like his first students, right? This is first. Is his first student Hakari, and then Yuta Maki? Yeah, I think it is, right? And I get him with a gang. It's like it's going back in time to then go forward in time, if that makes sense, right? Oh, credits. I want to look at the credits so much. Let's look at it. So directed and produced by Yamaj, goaded, and then for director and photography and compositing. He did the compositing. Wow, sick shit. Also the background art, and you have all those other artists. Yeah, y'all are really good. Y'all are really good at that. Production assistant. This production I don't know that. I don't know that. What is that? What is that? Sound director, the same guy. I mean, he's the director. He's gonna do a lot of work, right? But God, he just did a lot. 3D and CGI. But the 3D and CGI looked good. You know what I mean? Especially in those scenes where it's kept rotating. You know what I mean? When they're like the hand-to-hand combat. Yeah. So in this specific scene, they're kind of emulating the ending of the Hidden Inventory movie, right? With all those like illustration, which looks like there were photos taken. More illustrations. I mean, more credits. Where's the animators and whatnot? Oh, they're playing Mario. I've never played Mario, so yeah, but they're playing Mario. Naname's number one. Wait, pretty interesting. wait. Because Naname's number one in Mario. Like story-wise, Gojo would be the one who would be best at Mario, right? Also, there's this one scene in like the Indian Inventory arc opening, right? And there was like Gojo playing a game with like Ghetto. I don't know who won that. So I'm assuming that's what they're taking off of that, which is pretty cool. Also, Ibara not playing. I don't know. It's funny. Shoko is the one who's playing there. I don't know what I just said. Rewind that. Wait, is Shoko better than freaking Gojo? Shoko is better than Gojo at freaking gaming. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Looks like watercolor. Yeah. What is he doing? Oh, is this that meme? Is this from that meme of the phone? It is. Oh, that's funny. Oh, okay. Oh, there's also another scene that's just kind of exactly like that. Oh, that's key animated. Oh my god, let's look at all those names. Wow. Look at all those people. God damn. They did some really good work. All of them. All of them cooked, bro. Like, gorgeous work. You know what I mean? Oh, and then this. This is so sick. This is so sick. One second. I'll talk about that for a second, but Okay, so there was an art director, animation director, yeah, or the person who did the corrections. So it's this for. I'm assuming that one reason why the art looks as good and consistently good throughout. Right? Obviously, the animators, the key animators, obviously added to that, right? Because you obviously need a good base to add to, like, for the animation directors to kind of build on and whatnot. So yeah, I know this is like from a little sketch that Gege dropped of like a scene where kind of showing Gojo's past, like when he was like a kid and whatnot. And this artwork right here captures the like Gojo's emotions in that sequence, right? And the only thing that's popping out, or like that's the only thing that has color right here is his eyes, which kind of shows how the only thing that they're looking at was probably Gojo's strength and his potential of power, and whatnot, and what he is to the Jujutsu world instead of him as a person and whatnot, right? Especially when you look at the fact that all the other characters here have their eyes blacked out. They're not even in the foreground. Obviously, first of all, I say this artwork is freaking phenomenal. But you know what I mean? Like, this is so cool. This is like building up on a freaking sketch that Gege dropped. You know what I mean? And actually making a story out of it. Making more of a story out of it. You know what I mean? So cool. It's so cool. Like this, the artists who did this, they're so skilled. They're so skilled, and they just make the coolest shit. Like look at that. That's so sick. I don't know. I just keep glazing them. You know what I mean? I want to say it's analysis, but it's mostly glazed. Like freaking, I don't care about analysis. I just care about like looking at this art and saying how good it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, and this is what I was talking about. You know what I mean? With like them building up to the strong thing. I've already talked about it in the previous scene, but there it is. Oh, more credits. Second KA. All those artists goaded. I can say past that. Just have Fear March. He did a lot of work. So he's like the director. So probably came up with the storyboards for the sequences. I think. I'm assuming. I mean, he's the director, right? And also he did some of the compositing. He did, if not all, he did like sound design. He did freaking background animation. No, background art. He's also done key animation and second key. He's done a lot. I mean, you know what I mean? It's so cool. Whose hand is that? I'm assuming Stoji. I mean, who else could it be? Yeah. Also, like very intentional the way these scenes are done. They're supposed to go to the past first of all, so that they could go to the like present, right? So you first of all see Gojo with his old student Yuta, Maki, and all the rest, right? And then you go back to when he was with the gang being Maki, no, Shoko and Ghetto and all those, right? And then you go even farther back to his childhood, and then now we're going forward to him fighting Ghetto, and then to him getting Megumi and whatnot. And I really do like this scene. So full of life. Funny enough, considering he's dying and or dead, right? And look at that, and it is because of that. The reason it is like that is because, like, well, obviously the line art and the background and the way it's presented, like the characters smiling and laughing and whatnot, and yeah, like the line art here being white. It's actually a pretty cool way to like do it. I like that shit. So nice. Yeah. Wait, is there any credits that I didn't even notice? Let's go back and look at this more credits. Okay, there's none there. Clean up and color. Yeah. Also, this is a big project. It's got a lot of people working on it. Like a lot. It's like close to 10, 20, maybe even 50 people. That's like a whole, like, freaking not industry, studio practically. You know what I mean? Level of work. It's a big project. Look at all these people working on it. Sick. This is funny. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, they're ending it off with like a happy note, right? It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I mean, Gojo just died, pretty grim, and then I mean, especially seeing this, which is funny because it's like one comment Yuta and Gojo, Yuta and Hakari said about like Gojo's punches, especially when they're like fused or like buffed up with the blue and whatnot. How long is this video? It's an hour 20 minutes. That's great. You know what I mean? You have like, and this is kind of that. And yeah, Gojo would be smart about freaking making his students vomit from his punch because it's freaking Gojo, right? And yeah, after this scene, you get to like, bro, I was like, but I didn't know the whole cell phone, like, what's the thing called? Like, cell phone meme. People in a train, like, using their, like, that thing that's used to, like, see very far. I forgot the name, right? And then you see this, and you're like, well, that's a pretty funny way to end it. And then you get, oh, this is actually pretty cool. So, yeah. Voice acting. Voice acting is done by a dude called Sukuna 1C. Wait, is only one voice actor? Like, he did Gojo and Sukuna? Did Gojo talk? I don't remember. I think he talked, but... Oh, very cool. So this, obviously, if you could tell, this is from the first episode. Or the second. I think it's the second, right? Yeah. Yeah, you think it's all fun, shits and giggles, and then you get to, you know, this part. And then you get to this. And it's like, oh, so happy. Like, but what's happening with Megumi over here? Never mind. Don't mind that. Be happy. And then you see this, and you're like, so cool. Also, I really like this adult. So full of life again. Look at Mikey. Mikey's so cool, bro. I cannot wait to see Mikey in 2004. Yeah. Such a cool scene. Just so full of life. I keep saying that because that's what all these scenes are. They're so joyful. You know what I mean? Also, there's Guruma, there's Hana, Josu in the back. Forgot the name of the guy for some reason. Freaking Yuta. I'm just naming off the characters at this point. And you get Takaba. It's like it's made comic even more comical and goofy because he's jumping and like he's all. Why is he doing all that? I mean, it's Takaba. That's the point, right? Hey, and back to the scene. You're like seeing this, and you're like, oh, that's so cool. And you're like, oh, what the frick is this? And this, what is that? Oh, when he took off the jacket and shit. And then this. Bro, this is so cool. First of all, like, what the frick? Don't go from this. 1 second. Don't go from this then to this. And then this. Wow. That looks really good. Okay, I really like how Shoko is drawn here. It's so nice. And right now, obviously, over the characters in the background. And Ichiji's glasses even longer here. They look even longer. That's funny. Yeah. This is just a cool scene. Super lighthearted, and then, you know, yeah, obviously it's not over. They have post-credit scenes. Post-credit. Why do they have post-credit scenes? Yeah, and it's like the most coolest shit ever. It's like now it's nighttime. You know what I mean? I was going back to the whole thing of time actually moves in this video or project, right? Yeah, and then you see this like, obviously you've read the manga because you're watching this, right? But like, he's like, oh, Megumi's got his body back. Isn't that cool? Maybe it was just a timer thing. Maybe Sukuna, when Sukuna loses all his cast energy after doing, well, what he just did, became in Gojo. You know what I mean? Megumi actually had the strength to take over Sukuna's body. Yeah, if only that was the case. If only that was the case. And that aspect of it is the reason why this specific scene hits the way it does, right? This is why it has that emphasis of an oomph to it. The oomph being really like a shit ton of body horror and gore to it, you know what I mean? We're like, crazy. Yeah, also this one looks like, because it's, oh, is that what they're doing here? Is that what they're doing here? Because Sukuna would do some shit like that, right? Where he gives Megumi back his body just to see Sukuna's death, Gojo's dead body, right? And then take over again. You know what I mean? I know I just talked about it 2 seconds ago, and I'm taking it back. Like, okay, just say that, but like, I didn't think about it in this perspective. I was thinking also about like the viewer's perspective, not like character, right? But yeah, Suguna would do this to kind of make Megumi sink more into despair, not want to even come back to take like getting his body back because he doesn't want to deal with all that shit, right? So yeah, and the reason why I'm saying that is because, well, if you remember the fight with Maharaga and Sukuna didn't really let go of Gojo's like he Yuji's body, you know what I mean, for like this specific reason. But he had to relieve his body because of, well, Yuji just had that mental strength, right, to kind of, you've watched the show, right, and whatnot, right? So, but then Yuji sees all the chaos and whatnot, and he breaks down. Obviously, he didn't obviously, but quote unquote, he just killed a bunch of people, right? And when it just starts breaking down, and this is kind of similar to that, but the only difference is Sukuna is just being Sukuna here. He's just kind of giving Megumi the body so that when he transforms, Sukuna or Megumi is the one who feels the pain of transforming, plus also the despair of Gojo's death. That's crazy. That's crazy that the freaking this dude Fiyamaji thought of that. I mean, God, that's so cool. That's so cool. It's just like this dude understands JJK. You know what I mean? It's like he's a fan. Oh my God. And now, yeah, yeah. This is one scene here which looks freaking phenomenal. First of all, I mean the character acting is just really good. I mean the character acting in this entire fight was really good because it is fight and characters moving. That's kind of character acting, or kind of. You know what I mean? This is one drawing here that looks sick. Look at that. Look at that. So cool. It's like it's emulating the same style as like Geige's art, right? Or specifically, this is one sequence in a JJK season 1, right? Where where we saw the flashback of Gojo and pointing like a purple at Gero. I think actually it was JJK0, right? And the way his hands were drawn were like so detailed, right? And this is kind of similar. And the way this dude is doing it is really sick because he's not only drawing the hands really detailed, he's drawing the face, the eye, and the body is also moving. Actually, everything is moving. Actually, yes, you can see the eyes are moving slightly. The eyeballs are also like looking in a different way, and obviously the hair and the body and the detail is just freaking magnificent over here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, right here, it's funny because like you would ask like, what's going on here? I don't know, but it just adds to the go and whatnot. It makes you feel like, okay, Sukuna's arm will kind of trying to find a way to get out, and they're like, not there. We don't come out of the shoulders, and then they go to the body, and then oh my God, look at the freaking, wow, just some really really sick. And also a sequence like this, it's not like you have to like know anatomy too, right? Like really well to know how to move the body the way you move it, because this is a body morph scene, right? So like a lot of movement, and like within this dude or chick, right, or the person who's doing this, right? It's like conveying that, like you can just see the understanding throughout. And then this, wow, this looks so cool. Like it's kind of again, it's like a motion there. It's like it vibrates really, and then it pops a bit. So cool. And throughout, it keeps getting eerie, and it doesn't even stop there. You'd think when the arms are out, it would stop. It would stop. Oh my God, I can't talk. It would have stopped, but then you have this. Oh, I didn't even look at that drawing once again. Oh my God. I mean, this is gonna be really painful. Kind of reminds me of like I saw this one Ben 10 thing. It's like Ben 10 transforming, and it's like really gory and edgy, and like, yeah, she hurts and whatnot. So yeah, this would hurt, and then obviously, like I said, yeah, this all is very eerie, very creepy. I mean, you're seeing this, he's gonna definitely make you feel weird, right? But then the arms come out, like, oh, that's gross, but it's not over because he then rips his mouth open. I mean, goddamn, you know what I mean? And then it doesn't even stop there because right here it's even worse. It feels even way more terrifying. Or like terrifying is not the word. The word that just means gross. Yeah, yeah. And like, and then get this. It's just like, okay, bro. And like, they nailed so much, like the aspect of like, they nailed the designs of like all the characters that are in this like so well. I got hair and Aaron Sukun over here, and that's the episode. Only took an hour 30 actually to the dot. I'm efficient, aren't I? To talk about it, 7 minutes of content, 8 minutes of content. I spent an hour 30, bro. Anyway, this is spectacular. This was our Jujutsu Kaisen. No. This was the staff that worked on this. It was their Jujutsu Kaisen because they killed it. They definitely deserve all the praise because magnificent work and whatnot. Holy shit, that transformation sequence. No.